I never did. I don't want to drive this through twice.
Reconsider, Paladin. You may yet save your soul.
Please, you've got to help me. My wife, they want to kill her. She didn't do anything wrong. She was just trying to save lives, but no one will listen. You have to help. Please. Lucian's love. Thank you, but please, you have to hurry. Go! Oh, Divine Lucian, please help us.
In Lucian's holy name, we gather here today to see justice done.
The Paladin looks up at you through a bruised and swollen eye. She spits a gob of blood on the cobbles before she speaks.
Come to see the show, stranger. I'm afraid you've missed most of the slaughter, but there's still blood to be spilled.
Step back from the prisoner. You are interrupting a Paladin court, stranger.
You can't call this a court until the end of days, Kemm. It's still a disgrace.
The prisoner will be silent. We are beyond accusations. This once Paladin is guilty of refusing orders and protecting supporters of the Black Ring.
They were boys. Local boys that signed up for steady pay in a slick uniform. A couple of white traitors doesn't mean every Magister is in league with the Ring.
At best, you are a coward. At worst, you are a traitor. In either case, the sentence is death.
His icy eyes focus on you for the first time, pinning you with a freezing look.
Step aside, stranger. I see. You have my thanks for that. You did us a great service. Now, if you would do me one service more, stand aside.
Divine Lucian, please help us.
Perhaps there is some truth in that. Very well. She will not die today.
The Paladin looks at you as Kemm turns away and silently mouths, "Thank you."
Find a cell for her. And the rest of you have your duties. Move.
Oh, by the Divine, thank you. I'll never forget this kindness.
Nothing. Just more Magister rubbish.
Nothing. Just more Magister rubbish.
Come on. Damn you. Stop bleeding.
The Paladin presses a wad of fresh bandages upon a steadily bleeding leg wound. For a moment, it seems to work, but then the bleeding suddenly gets worse.
Damn it.
The Paladin grits her teeth and readjusts her grip on the wound.
I'll be a mist from this world soon, if this bleeding doesn't slow. One of the Magisters didn't know when he was beaten. Drove a spear into my knee. He should have aimed higher, though. I didn't give him a chance to land a second blow.
Order of Society. The
The spirit of a Magister jabs a spectral finger into the Paladin's wound, while muttering some profane-sounding curse.
I'll do as I please. This Paladin filth hacked me down right here in our headquarters. She's going to suffer for what she did to me.
The spirit thinks for a moment, then moves back from the Paladin.
Very well. I am done with this world.
At last. Thank you. You should have seen the amount of blood I was losing. Lucky I got some help with my wounds. But anyway, duty calls.
I'm glad this one was let off the hook. I'd rather guard a body than bury a corpse any day.
It's not like Kemm to change his mind mid-execution. I just hope he made the right call.
Well, hello again. Welcome to my very, very humble abode. You did. Divine blessing, she must be so worried. She hated it when I joined the Paladins. Hated the idea of me going to war. But the Black Ring was just a bad memory. Who knew they'd return? Who knew it would lead to this madness? Yes, I heard it too. The man has some curious ideas about what constitutes treason. I refuse to raise a hand against fellow members of the Divine Order. Refuse to buy into Kemm's lie that they're all Black Ring puppets. I refuse to raise a hand against fellow members of the Divine Order. Refuse. It's not just the city. The Divine Order is coming undone at the seams. There's never been much love lost between the Paladins and the Magisters, but this... brawling in the streets... it will be the end of us all. Too many Paladins from noble families, and too many Magisters that started as working folk. Of course, the Paladins were the first recruits of Lucian. So, many saw the Magisters rising through the ranks as a threat to their order. Pig farmers leading lords, they said. But now that some white Magisters have been found colluding with the Black Ring, now that Kemm has his excuse, it's war. Tension? How quaint. That hatred has been simmering for years. The Paladins see the Magisters as a threat to their order. Pig farmers leading lords. But now that some white Magisters have been found colluding with the Black Ring, now that Kemm's always been a hard man. His steel was forged in the war with the Black Ring. But recently there's something else. He's turned cold. Not cruel, exactly, just harsh. Dispassionate to a fault. They say it's the Void Woken, that he's too worried about Rivellon to worry about people. Maybe that's it. Or maybe years of fighting finally broke him. Your guess is as good as mine. Although, I've heard whispers. There are places in Kemm's mansion that nobody goes but him. One has to wonder what he gets up to. I'll see you again, I hope. The company in here lacks a certain charm.
Piss off, Paladin scum. Why? What'll you do? Kill my friends and lock me up? Go and die.
This makes no sense.
The damn cells were empty. The Magisters arrested hundreds, but they're not here. They're gone.
Who are you? Did Lord Kemm send you about the missing prisoners? These were no sorcerers. These were thieves and drunkards, imbeciles and liars, heretics and fools. The good people of Arx, in other words. They did not go to Fort Joy. They vanished. The jailer's records are clear. 564 men and women were signed in, and never signed out again. I'd say this was an oversight in record-keeping, but I know some of those names, and they are nowhere to be found. Be sure that we won't let this lie.
The only way to keep her nasty thoughts stuck inside her head and away from our kids, I reckon.
Master will figure it out. This way's off limits.
Stay back. It's for your own good. Found the undead freak here already chained up by the Magisters. They say she's a witch. I say...
Her voice freezes into a harsh whisper.
I say she's a demon.
Damn right. Lucian spoke of creatures like this Windego. They spread their black magic to our children with songs and stories. Makes me sick. Our little ones, tools of demons. You know this trickster? Well, go on then. Probably doesn't matter who breaks her, so long as she gets broken. Just keep your head on straight. She'll try to make nice. Creep into your thoughts. Keep her out of there, all right?
My own. What's this? Who are you? Give me room! I feel a breakthrough approaching.
She cradles her head in her hands, then pivots towards the prisoner. Her mouth opens, yet nothing spills forth. No sermon, no screed, no threat. She turns back to you and grimaces.
Too late! The spark's been snuffed. I trust you come bearing gold or godhood for me to have interrupted such a sensitive interrogation. What led to this freak's imprisonment is a mystery as unsolved as the void itself. We found her already caged, cursing the Magisters with hexes vulgar enough to turn even a dwarf's cheeks red. The evil is strong in her. Her words are soaked in it. They squirm into your mind, planting warm memories you've never had, mesmerizing you with candy-sweet sights and scents.
Visions of Windego's attack on the vessel sailing to Fort Joy fill your head. You look to the sound, and your memories contort and coil. Windego cradles you in her arms, stroking your head as the waves crash around you. I'm sorry, Buttercup. I was bewitched by his promise. Forgive me. You shake your head and the vision is gone. Your eyes rest not on the prisoner, but on the Paladin.
You underestimate her. You'd have me stand idle as she raises arcs to the ground.
In that moment, you hear music, a lullaby. You glance at the cage. Windego stands silent. You squint and shiver until the melody no longer echoes in your ears.
That was you. You have once turned the tides of this war. You could do so again. I can't just put you at the mercy of this witch's whims. I understand. Perhaps you are as dangerous to her as she is to us. There can be no success without risk. I will give you the space you need, then. May Lucian be your guide. Things are under control. For now.
You reach your hand towards the device, and your inner source is stifled, as if you'd never rid yourself of that cursed collar. After a bit of tinkering, the machine whines pitifully, and the shield surrounding the cell flickers off.
Come to me, sweets.
She steps forward, slowly but confidently. She holds out her hands, bony palms up. They emit no fire, no ice, no curse.
The God King no longer grants me his favor. Mask ripped from me and flesh flayed to bone, because the God-woken still walks Rivellon. Now he's chosen another. I should hate you for what you've done to me. Hate you for the hell I've lived. But I hate him so much more. He loved me when I was useful. He cast me out when you failed to die. Go to the new chosen. See that he suffers. See that the God King suffers. In your name and in mine.
This creature, this monster, would have seen us drowned at sea. Kill her.
If the God King has truly abandoned her, then this is our chance to slay her once and for all. That you dare utter a word of the God King tells me what I need to know. You die, here and now.
Prepare yourself.
Windigo's spirit quakes. She is no longer the arrogant banshee that summoned a kraken and brought down a Magister vessel, but a fearful child bracing for parental punishment.
He's close, so close. Can't you feel him, Godwoken? The king approaches.
A moment of silence passes, and then Windigo's scream splits the air.
He's tearing away my soul, Godwoken. Cast me to the void if you must, but do not let him take me.
Windigo's spirit flutters and writhes. Your skull squeezes tight, and your throat burns with fire, but the substance of her being is nearly yours. Your head shrieks as if split in two by the God King's umbrage, but you have overcome. Windigo's source funnels into you in steady gushes as you sling her spirit into the void.